1. Start writing, no matter what. The water does not flow until the faucet is turned on. Louis L'Amour. 2. Get it down. Take chances. It may be bad, but it's the only way you can do anything really good. William Faulkner. 3. The first draft is just you telling yourself the story. Terry Pratchett. 4. You don't start out writing good stuff. You start out writing crap and thinking it's good stuff, and then gradually you get better at it. Octavia E. Butler. 5. You can always edit a bad page. You can't edit a blank page. Jodi Picoult. 6. You can't wait for inspiration. You have to go after it with a club. Jack London. 7. Writing is the only thing that, when I do it, I don't feel I should be doing something else. Gloria Steinem. 8. I have never started a poem yet whose end I knew. Writing a poem is discovering. Robert Frost. 9. If there's a book that you want to read, but it hasn't been written yet, then you must write it. Toni Morrison. 10. I'm writing a first draft and reminding myself that I'm simply shoveling sand into a box so that later I can build castles. Shannon Hale. 11. I get a lot of letters from people. They say, I want to be a writer. What should I do? I tell them to stop writing to me and get on with it. Ruth Rendell. 12. Writing is a form of therapy. Sometimes I wonder how all those who do not write, compose or paint can manage to escape the madness, melancholia, the panic fear which is inherent in a human situation. Graham Greene. 13. The greatest part of a writer's time is spent in reading, in order to write. A man will turn over half a library to make a book. Samuel Johnson. 14. Writing a novel is like driving a car at night. You can only see as far as your headlights, but you can make the whole trip that way. E. L. Doctorow. 15. Everybody walks past 1,000 story ideas every day. The good writers are the ones who see 5 or 6 of them. Most people don't see any. Orson Scott Card. 16. You get ideas from daydreaming. You get ideas from being bored. You get ideas all the time. The only difference between writers and other people is we notice when we're doing it. Neil Gaiman. 17. Description begins in the writer's imagination but should finish in the reader's. Stephen King. 18. No tears in the writer, no tears in the reader. No surprise in the writer, no surprise in the reader. Robert Frost. 19. If you want to be a writer, you must do 2 things above all others: read a lot and write a lot. Stephen King. 20. Close the door. Write with no one looking over your shoulder. Don't try to figure out what other people want to hear from you. Figure out what you have to say. It's the one and only thing you have to offer. Barbara Kingsolver. 21. Never write anything that does not give you great pleasure. Emotion is easily transferred from the writer to the reader. Joseph Joubert. 22. My own experience is that once a story has been written, one has to cross out the beginning and the end. It is there that we authors do most of our lying. Anton Chekhov. 23. Write what disturbs you, what you fear, what you have not been willing to speak about. Be willing to be split open. Natalie Goldberg. 24. Don't tell me the moon is shining, show me the glint of light on broken glass. Anton Chekhov. 25. It is perfectly okay to write garbage as long as you edit brilliantly. C. J. Cherry. 26. Half my life is an act of revision. John Irving. 27. Writing without revising is the literary equivalent of waltzing gaily out of the house in your underwear. Patricia Fuller. 28. Write your first draft with your heart. Rewrite with your head. Mike Rich. 29. So the writer who breathes more words than he needs, is making a chore for the reader who reads. Dr. Seuss. 30. You write to communicate to the hearts and minds of others what's burning inside you, and we edit to let the fire show through the smoke. Arthur Plotnick. 31. Don't bend, don't water it down, don't try to make it logical, don't edit your own soul according to the fashion. Rather, follow your most intense obsessions mercilessly. Franz Kafka. 32. A professional writer is an amateur who didn't quit. Richard Bach. 33. It took me 15 years to discover I had no talent for writing, but I couldn't give it up because by that time I was too famous. Robert Benchley. 34. There's no such thing as writer's block. That was invented by people in California who couldn't write. Harry Pratchett. 35. Outside of a dog, a book is man's best friend. Inside of a dog, it's too dark to read. Groucho Marx. 36. I love deadlines. I like the whooshing sound they make as they fly by. Douglas Adams. 37. If my doctor told me I had only 6 minutes to live, I wouldn't brood. I'd type a little faster. Isaac Asimov. 38. You never have to change anything you got up in the middle of the night to write. Saul Bellow. 39. If you can tell stories, create characters, devise incidents, and have sincerity and passion, it doesn't matter a damn how you write. Somerset Maugham. 40. You never have to change anything you got up in the middle of the night to write. Saul Bellow. 41. If the book is true, it will find an audience that is meant to read it. Wally Lamb. 42. I went for years not finishing anything. Because, of course, when you finish something you can be judged. Erica Jong. 43. Believe in yourself. Have faith in your abilities. Without a humble but reasonable confidence in your own powers, you cannot be successful or happy. Norman Vincent Peale. 44. If I waited for perfection, I would never write a word. Margaret Atwood. 45. The purpose of a writer is to keep civilization from destroying itself. Albert Camus. 46. The true alchemists do not change lead into gold, they change the world into words. William H. Gass. 47. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Albert Einstein. 48. Words are our most inexhaustible source of magic. J. K. Rowling. 49. A bird doesn't sing because it has an answer, it sings because it has a song. Maya Angelou. 50. I write to give myself strength. I write to be the characters that I am not. I write to explore all the things I'm afraid of. Joss Whedon.